Hello and welcome to another episode of Shield Wolf's Game Review, where I review strategy and RPG games that are typically vintage and out of print, but not always. As always, for the YouTube algorithm, please like, share, subscribe, and drop a comment in the space provided below. If you have anything that you'd like to add in terms of links or information that might be appropriate, please provide that information in your comment, and if I think it works, I will also put that in the description so people could link out to it. Typically, I'm going to be using images from my own collection, so this probably won't even apply, but I'm going to put it up there anyway, just in case. This is the 1981 Castle Diorama for Minifigs made by Heritage USA. The artwork and design are by Cynthia Sims Millen, and this was made really only for hobby shops as a display for the Minifigs figures to, as a promotion basically. There were never a lot of these. These were really only for hobby shops. Some of the hobby shops ordered extra copies and sold them, like a friend of mine's, and I have a couple of copies as a result. But for the most part, they were just for displays inside the shop. This is a really rare item, and it is unpunched, and this is what it looks like unpunched. Minifigs came about in 1964. And was one of the leading companies to make, lead figures for all kinds of things, including Dungeons and Dragons, but also things like Napoleonics and other stuff. And in 1986, they sold the rights to manufacture their figures to Rap Partha. And Rap Partha had been around since 1975. So this diorama predates Rap Partha's licensure to create Minifigs figures by about 5 years. This is the flip side. It's made of, something slightly thicker than a index card cardstock. Fairly durable as long as you don't beat on it too badly. As you can see, it's only 11 inches wide and right around 12.5 inches tall. The colors and artwork are pretty nice. Not bad. They use shading really well, so everything seems to leap off of the image. And the heraldry above the door is reminiscent to me of Greyhawk, probably not surprisingly. They provide a little image of what it's supposed to look like, along with the artist's information and the date of publication. Heritage did a lot of this kind of stuff, and I think this is one of their better items. I couldn't find any information about how many they did in this run, and I don't know if there were additional series. I think they only did this one. If you have that information, you know where to find it. Please provide that information in the comments below, and I will be sure to link it in the description of the video. I know that initially I used one of them to act as a DM screen, which was kind of fun. And, I think that's one of the reasons why people back then were buying them. They weren't really keeping them as a, future collectible the way I did. So there probably aren't a lot of these floating around out there. But, yeah, definitely a cool item. And I figured I would do a video on it because probably nobody had.